Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Abidemi Somoye School of Personal Development. So, let's see our first viewer for today. Welcome, Murad, Dr. Murad. So good to see you. Welcome. So today we'll be talking about self-esteem. Welcome, Emmanuel Abidemi. So good to see you today. So today we'll be talking about self-esteem, improving your self-esteem. Let's see if some more people will come before we start. So I'll be starting very shortly. So you could take your pen and your book so that we can just share some knowledge together. So let's see if more people will come in. I'll be starting in the next 60 seconds. And the next 60 seconds. So today I'll be discussing with you how to improve your self-esteem. That's what I'll be discussing with you today. Sometimes you find yourself in situations where you are down, you feel so sad, you feel that people are better than you, you feel like you are nothing. Sometimes you feel that you are not important. Sometimes you feel that people don't see you as valuable. But when you find yourself in such situations, what are those few things you need to do? There are things you already know, but because you don't pay attention to them, sometimes we feel that these things are not relevant. So that's why I want to share this with you. So the number one point is, if you feel, welcome, Uyi, Seri, so good to see you. How are you today? So if you feel that you have a low self-esteem, one of the first things you need to do is to stop comparing yourself to people. Stop comparing yourself to others. So when I say stop comparing yourself to others, it's because life is actually like a personal race. Life is a personal race. Even though you live in the midst of people, even though you live among people and you love people, you are in relationship with people, you have your wife, you have your kids. But however, when it comes to your impact and what you expected, God has created you for, you've been created personally, single-handedly. So comparing yourself to others' achievements is like telling yourself, it's like an insult on yourself. What you are meant to do is to ask yourself, where am I going in life? Where am I going in life? And also ask yourself, where am I now? So you don't compare yourself to people, you compare yourself to yourself. You compare yourself to yourself. That's one thing you need to do. Don't compare yourself to people. And number two, live each day with joy. Live each day with joy. When you wake up in the morning and you are ready to set out for work, what drives you? What motivates you? What is the thing that when you wake up you are willing to get on the road because you have passion for something, because you have purpose for something, because you know what you really want out of life? So some people will say, okay, in the next 10 years, I hope to get this. When I get this started, that's when I'll be happy. No. Your purpose, living your purpose, a purposeful life, is on a daily basis. It's not even on a daily basis. Living a purposeful life is on a minute by minute basis, on a second by second basis. So live each day with joy. Be very productive. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what have I achieved today? Like today, ask yourself, what have I achieved today? With my goals in my life, what have I really done today? So number 3, worry less about the things you cannot control. Worry less about the thing you cannot control. Definitely, you know you can't control some things. I know you and I know that. But there are some things you can control. Part of the things you can control is you can control what comes into your heart. You can control what comes into your mind. You can actually control, there's something we usually call external factors and internal factors, or external conditions and internal conditions. External conditions are the things you can't control. You know, you can't control the weather. If rain is going to fall, you can't control it. But for example, internal control has to do with your life, the ambience of your life. What is happening to you? What is happening to your family? What is happening to what you really want to become in life? So worry less about the things you can't control. Focus on the things you can control and be the best at it. Be very good at what you know you can control. Number 4, celebrate yourself. Number 4, sometimes look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I call your name and say, Abidemi Somoye, I celebrate you so much. Celebrate yourself. If you know that you have a goal that you really want to achieve and you achieve that goal in chunks, celebrate yourself at every step of the way. You know, don't think that the bigger life is maybe 10 years, is in 15. No, your life, the joy, the crux of your life is about what you do on a daily basis. The value of who you are is what you do on a daily basis. So you can't expect to build something in 10, 20 years to come if you are not doing that on a daily basis. So celebrate yourself, value yourself, talk to yourself, know that you are very valuable. Always note that. Don't let things put you down. I can see some more people are coming. Oluwadara Simi, so good to see you. Maureen, so good to see you too. So number 4, I said celebrate yourself, reward yourself along the way. Your light, tiny little progress, you need to reward yourself. Number 5, pay attention to what goes into your mind. Remember, I'm talking about improving your self-esteem. Even though you have a low self-esteem, yet you are reading books, you are listening to programs or tapes or watching videos that makes you feel less of a human. You know, you are listening to things that are making you feel less of a human. You need to do away with it. So pay attention to what goes into your mind. And what you feed your mind with is your own responsibility. What you feed your mind with, what you feed your life with, is your own responsibility. Nobody's going to do that for you. You have to take charge, absolute charge of your own life. Anybody who controls your time controls your life. So anybody who also controls what goes into your mind controls your life. So if you allow negative thoughts, if you allow negative videos, if you allow negative books that you read to go into your mind, into your subconscious, guess what? That is what will be ruling you. That is what will be controlling your life. So stay away from negative people. That's part of the things you should pay attention to when it comes to paying attention to what goes into your mind. Stay with negative people. Negative people are very toxic. Even when you have a bigger dream, even when you have a bigger goal and bigger vision for your life, someone who is negative will never see a positive picture in what you're talking about. So stay away from negative people. They are very toxic. Welcome, Queen Lola David Kayode. So good to see you today. So I already said pay attention to what you listen to, what you read, and what the kind of videos, the kind of movies, the kind of music that you actually watch. And the last part is, if you know you have a low self-esteem, if you know you are working on your self-esteem, the point is in one way or the other, we have all been there. Welcome, Iguanyi Peace. So good to see you. We've all been there, whereby we have low self-esteem. We feel that we are not valuable among people. We feel that people don't love us. We feel that we are not good enough. We have all been there before. But however, you can walk yourself out of it. You can actually grow from being a shy, a timid person, someone with a low self-esteem, to someone who is very confident, someone who is very valuable, someone who is very productive in life. So it's very possible for you to move from a low self-esteem state to someone who is very confident. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you notice that you have low self-esteem, you are struggling with accepting yourself, one of the things you can do is to speak to someone who actually believes in you. So that's why, remember I gave you a point. I said, stay away from negative people. Trust me, you don't want to speak to someone who is negative about your condition. That is the least thing you can do. So find people who you know that they are always encouraging you, people who always want to see the best in you, people who always want to see you do well in life. Speak to them about your situation. Just let them know, this is what I'm going through. But guess what? Such people, because they value you, because they know who you are, they have an idea or a picture of who you are and how valuable you are. They can actually help you move from that state to a better state. So if you find yourself in a low self-esteem situation, speak to someone who believes in you. Speak to someone who values you so much. Speak to someone who takes your word. Even when you're joking, the person makes you feel so valuable, because that is who you are. God created everybody so valuable. Nobody was created less of a human. But because of the world we find ourselves in, people feel as if they are lesser than other humans, or people feel as if other people are better than them. So speak to people when you have low self-esteem. Welcome, the Queen Ufama. Thank you so much. So I'll quickly run through it again. Number one, to improve your self-esteem, don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to other people. You are very valuable. You are very, very valuable. You are a queen if you're a female, and if you're a man, trust me, you are a king, and trust God, you are a king. That's who He made you. Number two, live each day with joy. Ask yourself, what have you achieved today? What have you done today? Have you been productive today? Have you written a book today? Have you written an article today? Have you been able to do something productive today? Whatever you do on a daily basis, that's what you're going to see in the next 5 years and in the next 10 years. Number three, I said, to improve your self-esteem, worry less about the things you can't control. You can't control everything. Just trust me on that, because you and I, we are humans. But focus on the things you can control. You have life. So you should be happy. You should be very joyous. Number four, celebrate yourself. For every single achievement that you have, for every little achievement, if you write a chapter of your book, guess what? Celebrate yourself. Don't let anything tell you that you are not valuable. Sometimes when you do some things, your mind will be telling you nobody's going to listen to you. You are not valuable. Nobody needs to see you. Nobody needs to hear you. Tell that thing to shut up. Tell that thought to shut up, and double your productivity. Number five, pay attention to what goes into your mind. Pay attention to what goes into your mind. Remember, I told you, stay off negative people. Negative people are very toxic. They can destroy your world. They don't see possibilities in situations. All they see is problems and problems and problems and the bad side of things. And I also said, watch what you listen to. You can't watch everything. You can't listen to everything, because your mind is the center of your life. Your mind is the center of your life. And the last point I want to give you is just, after you've done these things and you feel that you are not getting better, guess what? Speak to someone about it. Speak to someone who values you. Someone values you, trust me. So speak to someone who values you, who values your thoughts, who values your ideas, who sees you as someone that is very productive, who sees you as someone that is very, who sees you as a king or as a queen. Believe me or not, you are a queen. You are a king. Let no one tell you otherwise. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate all of you. And let's go and share this. Just hit your share button with love. Just hit the share button with love. Share so that people can listen to this all over and over again. I'm going to greet everybody before I go. Queen Newformer, thank you so much for writing the point. My loving and my beautiful wife, my queen, the love of my life, thank you so much for writing the point. Queen Peace, thank you so much for joining me. I celebrate you from my heart. Queen Lola David Kayode, you are a queen. I celebrate you so much. Queen Maureen, you are the best. You are the best of your kind. Let no one tell you otherwise. Queen Oluwadara Simiade Doyin Nihi, you are a queen and you are very valuable. Let no one tell you otherwise. And King Oyewumi Sonepalo Afolabi, you are a king and let no one tell you otherwise. And you are very valuable. Queen Uyi, I celebrate you so much. So good to see you. Dr. Murad, thank you so much. It's an honor. Thank you so much for joining me. King Emmanuel, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to see you the same time next week. And on Saturday is my finance call. And I'm going to see you by 11 a.m. Cyprus time. And I think it's 10 a.m. Nigerian time and UK time. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you on Saturday. That's bye and God bless. Love you so much. Bye.